Hello there, I'm Nick, the folks residing in Charleston House. I must say I feel quite content here. But according to my elders, life wasn't always a breeze. About 20 years ago, our ancestors were concerned about finding suitable habitats and ample food. Humans had encroached on vast stretches of land, forcing those animals to search for new places to call home. Then, a couple of years later, humans abruptly confined themselves indoors. Taking advantage of this opportunity, they ventured into the cities, freely crossing the streets without the fear of those speeding machines. Sadly, the peace didn't last and humans resumed their activities. Consequently, my ancestors had to retreat once again to the rural wilderness. They eventually settled in a place called Lewis, aiming to establish roots there. Unlike the bustling metropolis teeming with machinery and people, life in Lewis offered them a sense of tranquility, and so they reside there for a decade. One day, they stumble upon an abandoned house, which happens to be my current dwelling. It used to be a lively place, frequented by many individuals, although the purpose of their visit remains unknown to us. But around 8 years ago, people suddenly stopped coming and everything inside the house vanished. Initially, my elders observed cautiously from nearby. Once they confirmed the absence of human presence, they cautiously ventured inside the house, searching for sustenance. However, they didn't immediately move in, concerned that humans might return. After a considerable amount of time, when the house was covered in dust and damaged by other animals, they felt secure enough to claim it as their own. The house wasn't initially suitable for our habitation, but its primary advantage was providing us with a shelter. Consequently, our ancestors, along with other creatures, made modifications. They scratched the floor, exposing the ground beneath, while the squirrels gnawed holes in the roof. Over time, plant seeds were carried inside by the wind and grew into flourishing vegetation. Today, alongside us foxes, the house is inhabited by squirrels, dormice, beavers, hedgehogs, silver spiders, bats, willow tits, and more. The original doors and windows have long been destroyed, allowing us free access in and out of the house. We consider ourselves fortunate to have found such a wonderful dwelling. Just when we began to feel at ease, a human suddenly appeared. This caught the attention of all the animals, as we were uncertain of his intentions. Yet, instead of immediately fleeing, our ancestors continued to observe. Fortunately, the human didn't enter our dwelling but rather peered inside from outside. Before long, he brought numerous bamboo sticks and erected peculiar structures. Although we don't know the purpose, they didn't disrupt our lives and we stopped to fear him. Also, there was a time when one of my ancestors got injured and the human provided medical assistance. Gradually, we accepted the presence of this human. Their constructions, such as houses and various platforms of different heights, became more abundant. We deduced that the platforms were connected by a passage, allowing us to move from the interior to the elevated platforms outside. The dimensions of these pathways seemed deliberately suited to our size, enabling us to pass through comfortably. Naturally, they were smaller, allowing only squirrels and mice to access them. Would you like to see the passages? You can come with me and have a tour. We can begin by departing from the interior passage within the room, traversing the house corridors until we reach the area where the human resides. He often sits there, engrossed in writing, but don't mind him. Let's continue forward, and we'll soon reach the first platform. Here we are. We foxes have 5 platforms with different heights. Each adjacent platform is connected by the passage we just went through. There are more platforms for other animals that we can't access. Later, I will ask Mrs. Squirrel to guide you through the rest of our house. Oh, there she is. Mrs. Squirrel, could you please show us the rest of the area, please? Thank you.
Sure. Hi, I'm Cindy. I usually climb to the third floor and slide through this passage to reach our platforms. Come with me. This fabric is very flexible, so be careful. You see the float house? It's the human's bedroom. He climbs up and down every day. Unlike the fox's platforms, we have more shared space with the human. Maybe we're more friendly? Haha. Here is a place where the human take care of us when we are hurting. Let's keep going. Some of these platforms are also shared with other small-sized animals like dormice, hedgehogs, and beavers, etc. Here is a place where the human take care of us when we are hurting. Keep going, and you will see more space for the human. He usually rests here and eats in the space after this.
Mrs. Squirrel, do you like these platforms?
Yes, we enjoy climbing and exploring. Those passages are fun and make us feel safer. They create more activity space for us. Sorry, I have to go. I have a date later. See you later and have fun here.